Good morning, Flutes. It is a beautiful Monday morning. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We are moving on today on page 27, line 4.29. We're going to be talking about ties. And I mentioned these last week when we talked about slurs. For some reason I had in my head we covered ties before. Most books do the ties before the slurs. This book doesn't. Did the slurs first. But they're basically the same thing. It just means that you're going to keep blowing and not use your tongue. Now, if you're playing two of the same notes, if you're going to play two B flats, and I don't do a t in between, then what I just get is a long B flat. That's called a tie. It ties two notes together, and instead of two half notes right there, I get a whole note. Ties can go on forever. You can tie as many notes together as you want. You're just going to keep blowing the same note for however many beats you've tied together. Now, if it's a slur, it means I'm going to move my fingers, and we'll get two different notes. So instead of, I tongue that, hope you could tell. Now I won't tongue. I move my fingers. I got B flat, C, no tongue in the middle. If I go B flat without a tongue, then it just becomes a long B flat. That's a tie. So line 4.9 starts having ties, and it just adds notes together. And, you look at it, and they've tied two quarter notes together. What's 1 plus 1? 2. So why didn't they just write a half note? Because we're trying to learn ties today. All right. So let's clap and count 4.9. 2, and ready, and go. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, rest. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, rest. I did that wrong on the fingers, okay? Half tied to a quarter. 2 plus 1 is 3, same as a dotted half note. All right, so different ways to write the same kind of values. All right, different ways to write the same values. Where that becomes helpful is if you want to make something long across a bar. You put that tie in there. Or if you're going for maybe more than 4 beats, which is still would be across the bar. That's where ties become very, very helpful instead of just writing a half note or a dotted half note. So let's play a little bit of 4.9. Key of F, 1 flat B flat, mezzo piano, crescendo into forte, 4/4 time. I may try a little bit of this with you. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Rest. Rest. My flute playing is getting better. My dog doesn't think so, but I'm hanging in there. All right, didn't do much on the dynamics, but that's that line there, please. Okay, that's how we tie those notes together. Okay, let's clap and count 4/10. 4/10, please. 2 and ready and go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 4. 1. Rest. I know there's a repeat sign. Not going to bother with it this moment, okay? Those little bitty curved lines, tied lines, between two quarter notes can be difficult to see. So you've got to be on it visually. In fact, I'm going to raise my stand just a little bit so I've got a little better view here through my bifocals on that. It might be helpful if you need to darken them in with a pencil or put a highlighter mark on it. Because if you don't see it, you won't do it. It does come down to visual. You have to, and if you look at this, I take my glasses off and I barely can tell what the notes are, let alone I don't see any ties. I'm very blurry in the camera there. My glasses are essential. If you look at that page and you can't, and things are blurry, boy, you got to admit it and go get some glasses. Almost everyone in the world wears glasses, so some type of corrective lenses. So just expect it at some point and be prepared to admit it when you need it, because you can't do it right without it. Mezzo forte, first time through, forte the second time through. I'm probably not going to play it twice with you. Now, key signature right, key of E flat, 3 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and 4/4 time. So we'll see a few more notes in this one. I don't know if I'm going to hang in there with you. By the way, keep practicing your B flat scale. All right, every day, B flat scale. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, high B flat. Play that every day of your life, please. Ready? Here we go. C. Starts on C. We'll try it. 2 and ready and go. Rest. Well, I zoned out completely on the repeat. So, not my best effort there, but you get the idea. All right. So, play it twice when you do pass it off, or at least start it over for a couple of measures. Show me that you know there's a repeat there. All right. Next page, just a couple more. Actually, just one more line here today, and this is 411. 411, now we're in the key of B flat, 2 flats, B flat, E flat. So we've covered all 3 keys today. Key of B flat, and 3/4 time. Let's clap and count through this one. Starts on count 3. Ready? And 1 and 2. 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. Right? This is what I was talking about earlier. We're tied across the bar. So we got a half note tied to another half note. That could be a whole note if we were in 4/4 time, or if we, there's a lot of reasons why you can't use a whole note in this line. So they've tied it across the bar. Those notes are going to get 4 beats total. Okay? You got to think in your head, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. To create that long note tied together. Okay, let's try this. I do not expect this to be too stellar. Okay, here we go. Ready? And 1 and 2. Now, okay, so let's just say the notes. Ready? 1 and 2. D, F, D, F, E flat, D, C, D, E flat, E natural, F, D, B flat, D, F, D, B flat. All right, so a lot of weirdness there, and a repeat sign. When you pass it off, make sure you repeat on that. Okay, so you have slurs and ties on that thing, okay? So it's going to take some reps. Don't shy away from it. Don't act like, oh, I can't do this, the hardest thing ever. No, it's not. It's just new. So spend time with it. Work on it. Get where you can slur that. Pass it off. We're moving on through the book, and we'll learn something new tomorrow. Bye.